Thank you for joining us for the weekend edition of National Focus. I am Lourianne Graham Carter. Coming up, ICT Centre of Excellence officially opens and Parliament to implement environmental legislation soon. Stay with us for the details of these and other stories after this.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. Got it? Taking care of us can be so easy.
Take good care of the children.
Thank you for staying with us. Another promise fulfilled by the Dominica Labour Party administration as the much-discussed Centre of Excellence was officially opened on Friday. Plans for the Innovation in Information Communication Technology ICT Centre for Excellence commenced with the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between Dominica and the Republic of India in October 2011. Now, 5 years later, the doors of the centre were officially opened by the Honourable Prime Minister, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit. Honourable Skerrit says the Centre of Excellence is more than just access to digital information. It is about teaching the youth to be innovators.
In our mind, in the government, this will certainly help transform the way we conduct our research and the development in information technology. Because the fact remains you need facilities like this, which will afford students the opportunity not only to come to know how to use a computer, because that's not the intention of this facility. The intention of this facility is to get people to be innovators, to develop apps so we can become part of the global marketplace in the development and the sale of apps. We must be able to come to a point where we can export human resources in respect to information technology. And this is what India has done. India has recognized that there are certain things it has an advantage over, and they have spent efforts and resources in focusing on information technology, and they are respected globally for this.
The Prime Minister had strong words of commendation for the dedication of Honourable Minister for Information, Science and Technology, Kelva Daru, for bringing this facility to fruition. Honourable Daru says this milestone is another example of government's pledge for continued advancement in ICT. He says ICT and its services have the potential to contribute to Dominica's GDP by creating employment and fostering an enabling environment to enhance every sector of the economy.
The Centre has the potential to develop locally grown but internationally recognized experts in software engineering, computer programming, database managers, security specialists, and many other career disciplines. I am not only elated to see this day in which we are officially opening the Centre of Excellence, but it is indeed a dream come true for the government and the people of Dominica, particularly the young people with innovative and savvy computer minds. Today's opening is a testimony of the fortitude, determination, and perseverance of this Labour Party administration to fulfill its promise not only to the people of Dominica, but to our international partners as well.
The Centre of Excellence is outfitted with 2 computer labs, each containing 36 computers, a library, an administrative block, a study room, and a central server room. GIS will bring you more from this ceremony in Monday's newscast. In other news, the Honourable Minister for Environment, Dr. Kenneth Daru, has indicated that some changes will be made to the land use policy to address environmental concerns related to climate change. Honourable Dr. Daru revealed that government has invested over $30 million into a project under the pilot program for climate resilience and a sub-project under the Disaster Vulnerability Reduction Project. The Honourable Minister addressed a Caribbean Regional Outlook Climate Forum this week.
Various sub-projects, including water systems, weather surveillance. I think CIMH also is helping us in building up these hydromet stations to improve data collection, etc. So a number of sub-projects, all all linking to building resistance. So I think $48 million US project towards a disaster risk project is quite, I think, an indication of a strong political will by the government, because most of this money would be concessionary loan money that we do have to repay.
The minister also made reference to the National Physical Development Plan, which has been reviewed.
We find ourselves guilty of that, of allowing people to build, even interfering sometimes, to let a poor man, quote unquote, let a poor man build his shack. But what we've noticed over the years is that the tab now comes back on the very same government now to rebuild for the person, okay, when they build in riverbeds and riverbanks, etc. So this land use policy, which has already been endorsed by Cabinet, and they're now moving into the second stage. I think it's a CDBM funded project. We're now moving to the second stage of a National Physical Development Plan. Where right now the island is going to be zoned and land allocated, or rather recommended for different uses.
In December 2015, the Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit warned that indiscriminate litterers would soon be taken to task. The Honorable Health Minister referenced the environmental legislation, which will soon go to Parliament. He also mentioned the Special Magistrate Court, which government has appointed to deal with environmental offenders. Chief Medical Officer Dr. David Johnson spoke on the subject of indiscriminate dumping at the Kharkov meeting.
Looking at persons who are actually doing indiscriminate dumping and littering throughout the population. The government, in fact, the highest decision maker in Dominica, have taken a decision to expedite some of those cases and have set up a special court to address that. The impact of Tropical Storm Erica was worsened because of our solid waste management system. The idea of dumping a lot of styrofoam and plastic bottles in rivers and the damage that was caused thereafter.
The Honorable Minister for Health and Environment, Dr. Kenneth Daru, will represent CARICOM in Paris next month at the World Health Organization and the Government of France's second Global Conference on Health and Climate. The theme is Building Healthier Societies through Implementation of the Paris Agreement. The conference will discuss the implementation of the agreement with the resources available. You are watching National Focus. More when we return.
I had a bleeding disorder that I did not know about, and they had to be transfusing me continuously. I got 56 units.
Being there at the blood bank, I was like, yo, I'm actually saving someone's life.
You never know when you can go.
Give blood. I have done it, and believe it or not, it don't hurt.
I won't be scared. I'll give. You know you're gonna give blood. I'll make sure she does.
Sit down at the blood bank in a comfortable environment for 45 minutes.
Helping people.
You are stimulating your body to make brand new cells.
You get free cookies, you get juice.
Glad to know your blood group. Feels good.
I felt as a better person.
It's a good thing to be alive, and I can thank God that I'm there and I'm enjoying life.
Welcome back. The Ross University School of Medicine has made a contribution of over $71,000 to the 7 Pi Primary School. This week, the school opened a new kitchen and dining area after receiving funds for the construction and wiring of the facility. Senior Associate Dean at the Ross University School of Medicine, Dr. Stanley White, stated that the construction of the new kitchen and dining area was the latest example of the special partnership which the university has had with Dominica for 38 years. Honorable Minister for Education and Human Resource Development Peterson Jean commended the spirit of community and cooperation displayed by the school's PTA and staff. He also commended Ross University and DeVry for responding to the call for the school in quick time. The Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Cottage constituency, which includes 7 Pi, Reginald Austri, who attended the ceremony, encouraged the school to make use of the facility to promote healthy lifestyles among students. The project also received support from Portsmouth-based businesses, M&R Trading and Rudolph Thomas Enterprises. Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health and Environment, Dr. David Johnson, is calling on stakeholders to work together to address the urgent recommendations coming from the Vulnerability and Adaptation Assessment for Dominica. Dr. Johnson stated that there are serious health implications based on the assessment findings. He stressed the need to be climate smart during the implementation of health services and systems. The Chief Medical Officer acknowledged the need to develop a national adaptation plan for health.
It's critical based on the assessment that we identify the digitalization of health and climate data. This would be required for setting up a strong and robust information system. Clearly, the study was not exhaustive, and we need to continue studies to assess the impact of climate on vector, ecology and biology, water and water-related conditions, and establish mechanisms for routing flow of information between those who produce the information and those who actually use the information. In terms of our critical next step, this system that we refer to should include the National Disease Surveillance System, climate-sensitive diseases and condition, and assess the impact of climate variability on diseases, incidence, and distribution of those diseases.
Dr. Johnson further emphasized that it is critical that Dominica develops an early warning system for climate-sensitive diseases.
We think that we need to build the capacity of the health service personnel to take up the responsibility for integrating climate and health. So that a lot more training is required, dialogue and information dissemination among the healthcare services and the general population.
Meanwhile, Dr. Johnson mentioned the Smart Hospital project, for which programs have already been initiated.
The Smart Hospital initiative, as most of us would know, focuses on energy saving, disaster resilience, and in terms of water security. Okay? So we need to build, when we're building back our healthcare facilities, our hospitals, our health centers, to focus using the Smart Hospital initiative.
He says the final step to achieve these goals is to source funding for their implementation. And finally, the Honorable Minister for Kalinago Affairs, Cassius Daru, believes that road rehabilitation and better housing for the elderly will improve life in his constituency. A GIS team visited the Kalinago territory on Thursday to witness ongoing projects in the constituency. There, the minister spoke of soon-to-be-constructed studio apartments. Honorable Daru explained that his constituency is waiting on funding to be transferred to 2 companies in Portsmouth who will supply building material to begin the project.
The little difficulties that we are having is because the Ministry of Housing is waiting for us to provide them with some other documents. For example, we have Argos, which is the local cement importer in the island, who is partnering with us to do the concrete work. And so they're requesting that from us, although it's not obliged, but they're requesting it. And of course, we have with us our furniture workshop that we started many months ago, I think about 3 months ago. And we have these people who had training. So we are going to use these people to do the prefabricated aspect of it. And we could take it from the furniture shop and bring it on the individual lands and place it up and at least have them organized to have their home built almost in 1 day or 2 days.
He is confident that the project will begin next week.
We are not only building the structures, but we are going to give them a full structure with kitchen and washroom. Because since we have having the war on pit latrine, then we need to ensure that we are standing by our words to ensure that we eradicate pit latrine totally. And these elderly people, they're waiting patiently, and I'm very optimistic about it because we need to do that at least before the hurricane season is in full swing.
The Kalinago Affairs Minister remarked that the Horseback Ridge Road is also on his agenda. He says some excavation was already done.
Our major hiccups now is that of the pit. There's an excavator at the pit, but it is not functional. So 1 day it is working, the other day it is not working. But we need to have tariffs so that we can start. The monies are available. I mean, in the financial budget for this year, we had $190,000 allocated specifically for the Horseback Ridge. And this, we have transferred some monies to the Kalinago Council, since we are partnering with them to ensure that this project is implemented, at least on the local level. our people will get employment. We are hoping that at least 10 individuals can get employed in the first fortnight and have it on a rotational basis, so that many individuals from the community can benefit from the little short-term employment on this Horseback Ridge Road.
The minister declared that this road is one of the major tourist routes in the Kalinago territory. He anticipates more traffic when the tourist season reopens. Meanwhile, another road which is more convenient for commuters was also addressed.
The other section of the road under the capacity building in the Kalinago territory has been completed. It's from the Salibia police station area to go way back to Tuna village, and this has now become, I can almost safely say, the Kalinago highway, because most individuals, instead of going through Atkinson to come up to the Kalinago territory, they would pass through Concord and get into the Kalinago territory within at least 5 minutes, as compared to almost half an hour to go through Atkinson. This piece of road, it is benefiting us significantly. Even the people from the ambulance service, although they are in Atkinson, but they would rather use the Horseback Ridge Road because of the time it is taking them to get to the other side.
The minister stated that the road is also significant to farmers from the area. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole. Non moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, l'occasion était prise en Sinico territoire Kalinago qui a fonctionné. Centre là qui a spécialisé en bagaille entreprise locale. Ministre Kalinago, Honorable Cassius Darrow, bien plaisir pour un projet là.
Cette entreprise là, Sinico, c'est une initiative par small business, Ministry Small Business. Nous investi au moins presque $10 000 pour préparer ce centre là, pour mettre équipement pour ça, employer jeunes monde, plutôt femmes à Kalinago territory, pour faire hard, plutôt uniforme bas enfants l'école. Et là, regardez à Kalinago territory, nous avons l'école within territory lui-même. So, nous avons par exemple Castle Bruce, asso Isla, nous avons North Comprehensive, asso North. Ça nous a fait, c'est pour nous faire uniforme, pour nous faire available pour les étudiants qui attendent l'école ça là. À territoire même, il y a plusieurs écoles. Il y a l'école Sinico, l'école Sainte-Marie, Salibia. Sainte-Marie, nous avons dit en créole. Nous avons Lighthouse Academy, nous avons Atkinson, Concord, et nous avons preschool en parmi. So, market là pour uniforme à territoire, il a existé. Mais ça m'a demandé pour ce monde pour ça faire, c'est faire un bon quality uniforme dans ces enfants l'école là. Pour que ça vraiment dit nous avons fait un bon travail en Kalinago territoire. Mais plus important ça quand même, c'est pour voir mon employé. Yo ka fait un bon travail avec ces attention moi comme ministre Kalinago pour ça ordre de toi machine ba yo bagay industriel là ça peut être produit plus effectivement ça yo ka fait.
Madame nouvelle, l'office météo a créé à ces populations là pour une préparation pour saison cyclone là. Parole celle-là sorti officier météo Marshall Alexander.
Même là, nous avons toujours des gens, tous les années, préparer nous pour la saison cyclone. Puis, même si nous avons l'eau cyclone qui va venir, et puis, depuis nous avons menacé nous, et puis, passé Dominique, c'est une mauvaise saison pour nous. Il y a des gens qui sont venus, puis c'est ça là, il passe à Dominique. Et puis, c'est une mauvaise saison. Regardez ça qui fait l'année passée. So, nous sommes supposés garder ça comme exemple. Et puis, pour toute préparation, les saisons cyclones qui viennent. Et puis, à part de ça, même si ce n'est pas saison cyclone, nous avons still taper mauvais temps. So, ce n'est pas une saison cyclone tout seul. Nous ne pouvons pas préparer. Nous ne pouvons pas préparer tout le temps. One année.
Et puis finalement, le ministre de l'Agriculture a fait parole qui a concerné l'abattoir là. Parole ça là, sorti de permanent secrétaire, ministre de l'Agriculture, M. Harold Guest.
Abattoir là, j'ai fini. Abattoir là, qui a opéré à présent. Avec nous avons fait des petits tests pour mettre tout le bagage en ordre. Nous avons travaillé avec les habitants, les gens qui ont levé bêtes, poules, avec cochons, avec, comme vous le savez, le gouvernement a dépensé 2 millions de dollars pour ça, l'agir, pour faire plus grand, vers les gens qui ont produit cochons avec poules. Comme ça, le programme a été bien succès, ils ont bien préparé pour l'abattoir là. Comme ça, nous avons espéré ça va un bon succès, avec ça les habitants, avec les gens qui ont fait poules, avec cochons, pour mettre plus d'argent pour eux, pour ne pas dépenser seulement en sel d'Aoui, qu'on nous tenait avec filles.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson, c'est Luce. Ni un bon week-end. Au revoir.
Here are a few crime prevention tips brought to you by Crime Stoppers Dominica for vehicle owners. Ensure that your windows are rolled up completely and always lock your door, even if you are going away for a short while. Don't attract thieves. Secure your valuables or purse in your car away from the view of passers-by. Place valuables under your seat or other secure spot where it cannot be seen to serve as a temptation. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on our past National Focus newscast on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is now also available 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS production team, I am Lourianne Graham Carter. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.